right, so the map is Diversity EP. That is something that we have not played in a while here. It is called Diversity because, yeah, it does have a huge variety, a great diversity of terrain and play elements. So I'm going to lay down a factory and then we'll figure out what we're doing here. I drew Cybern on the luck of the draw, or did I go random? I did not go random. Oh no, I have betrayed the master race. It's a horrible, horrible thing, but I think we'll survive. Okay, so I'm going to grab those 2 mass extractors and then get the rest of this stuff down. Looks like I do have 6 mass extractors in my immediate vicinity, and I should probably get out towards the middle at some point. There is a fair bit of reclaim, but most of it's going to be grabbed by my teammates. So we have Navy, we have a bit of an embankment and a little bit of a choke point system, and then we've also got a bunch of wide open territory in which to butt heads against one another. So yeah, everything kind of works together. Everything's a little piece of the puzzle here, and everybody has to work together to win this game. We've got No Fear on the south side, Dark Phoenix as well, both of those guys UEF. Jonas as Seraphim right next door to me, along with Mr. Falls as Cybern, and then a Chief Jaguar to the north as Aeon. We actually have the Jaguar on our team. Maybe we can get something done with this. Let's go ahead and check Reclaim. There are quite a few rocks scattered hither and yon that we need to reclaim as quickly as we can. We're going to queue up a mass extractor right there and then grab some of those rocks on manual reclaim orders and then scatter out some attack moves. Why did my ACU walk for that? Was there an item which required him to walk? That is a good question. I'm going to send you out to grab this, walk to the edge, reclaim the Corsair that is embedded in the cliff, walk to the other edge and reclaim the boulder, and then grab what we need. And I think we're going to actually assist the ACU on power buildup because that was not as efficient as I would have liked it to have been, and we are now power stalling. Not a good place to be, not a good place at all. Grab you two, get those P-gens on the way, build a few, build an energy storage so I do not forget, and then build some more. That is just the way things go. Gonna keep my ACU down and we're gonna start moving towards the center, and we'll set up spam in just a momento. Do I want to set up a T2 mass extractor? I kind of want to, but at the same time I'm not entirely sure that my mass supply will hold out. We're gonna go after these rocks. It does not look like my teammate's making a move for them, and we're gonna use those to boost ourselves up to a T2 max. Now the rest of our engineers that come out of here, we're going to start setting up some land spam and get ready for the goodness that comes our way. This is kind of one of those maps where you can go a variety of different routes, and a lot of them are just as effective as any of the others. You can go for air spam, which generally works on pretty much any map, as we all know. You can go for a lovely bit of land spam. You can even go for some navy. If you're Cybern, Salem's are an awesome tool to use on this map. You can pretty much do just whatever the hell you want. Make it work. We are overflowing some mass, but I don't really have the extra power with which to build this stuff. We're going to hold off on reclaiming that rock for now until we have need of it. I'm going to go ahead and queue the other here. Yeah, we got enough. We can do this. I'm going to queue those and then some more Mantis. I think that our middle teammate might have been overflowing a little bit of mass, probably Jonas. At the moment, I'm rocking a minus 85, 65, 115, fluctuating around depending on the overflow from the rest of the team. But I'm rocking a negative power income. It's not so bad. Jonas, that is my mechs. Do not. There we go. I got it. You got your 2 right there. You don't need to take mine as well. And we're going to move up into the middle to support our teammate right on in up there. I should have actually canceled out my factory build, because building factories takes a buttload of power. It really, really does. There we go. Going to reclaim that rock, do a little bit of an attack move order, and then pause you, Sonny, because we need to finish our mass extractor upgrades before well, actually, oh, I am so glad I walked up, because Mr. Falls is about to get double teamed. And we can now pull in a triple team. That's right. Back the hell up, Seacraft. Queue up, queue up. Nope, he's going away. Okay, now we've got units in the back. We don't want to do that. What are you? You are probably a land scout, but I don't want you to get any of my stuff. We're going to build a radar right up in the front here. And if my teammate hasn't gotten these mexes by then, we're going to take them for him, by golly. Also need to start that, and we're going to queue up a fair little mix of things from our factory. Alright, sweet. No major damage done. We've got everything tidied up as is necessary, and I'm going to run my ACU back a little bit here. Do I want to go gun upgrade and go super aggressive, or do I want to go T2 upgrade? I'm thinking gun upgrade is probably going to be more useful on Cybrid, because I'm going to be able to make better use of my Mantis spam, and also of the lack of DPS on a Cerberus turret. Actually, that's not really taking advantage of it. It is acknowledging the weakness of my own T2 and going for a more complementary upgrade. Basically, the only reason you want to get T2 and T3 on a Cybrid ACU is for extra health and regen. Because you lose out on the opportunity to get a gun upgrade, obviously, and your T2 and T3 units are freaking awesome. So, you don't really want to, hamper your ability to go T2 on a factory by going T2 on your comm, if it comes to that. We are 34 in the hole at the moment. I'm going to gift that back to him since he has said it. So, there we go. Mr. Falls, you got your mechs back. There is a gun up here. A turret is not a hard thing to get rid of once you have a gun commander. We've already got our energy storage up, and it is very, very nearly full. So we're going to be able to overcharge at will. Okay, so each one of these little mantis has one build power. One, count it. It is glorious in its singularity. And that one build power, when you add it to your ACUs, gets you the gun upgrade faster. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you got 10 of them, that doubles your T1 ACU's build power. So it is quite a useful feature indeed. You can spam the ever-living hell out of your own tanks, and then use those to get your comm upgrades more quickly. You know what I'm actually going to do? I am going to go ahead and grab Stealth. Stealth is super cheap, super quick to get, and it is invaluable for keeping that little bit of extra health on your ACU. So I'm going to get that, and then come on out here. Why are you upgrading Laser? That seems like a very bad thing to do. Upgrading Gun. Okay, that sounds a little bit more reasonable. Just a teensy tiny little bit. Was a little terrified for your thought process there, mister. Oh no, there goes George. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Why you gotta disconnect, bro? Aw, so sad. There it is, it's back up. And hardly a lag even left. Okay, so now that we got that done, we need to go ahead and go for the T2 upgrade on the Mass Extractor. We need to grab an overcharge, command that down on that point defense, so that we can get rid of it. And then we're just going to flood the middle with all of our Mantis and try to get rid of as much of the middle as we can, so we can get some of these glorious Mass Extractors for ourselves. And I do not want my Mantis taking unnecessary damage from a point defense. Can you now hit it? Please and thank you. There it is. Good and good riddance. I now move my commander up. You want to be targeting the tanks, not the ACU. Because if you're targeting the tanks, you're reducing the total damage output that he has. And it does look like we have a gun comm over here. That makes things a little bit sketchier, but not too terribly bad. We're going to go ahead and push up here, and we're going to focus all of our units on him. So here we go. What we got to hope for is that green is not also a gun upgrade. And I don't think he is. I do not think that he is. We want to kill this build power. And we are going to bring all of our tanks back up to the north. Now that he has been distracted. Seacraft, yep, still on an unupgraded ACU, so we're going to be able to mop the floor with every single one of these units. Let me overcharge those Auroras right there. It's almost a waste to overcharge an Aurora. Their health is so low. We do want to get rid of them because those are going to be a pain in the buttocks for all of our units to come. And also our commander. Why are you not in firing mode? Please shoot at the tanks. Shooty, shooty, bang, bang. That was bad. I lost a whole lot of firing time on that one. Please tell me that... Oh, nope. Those are... Oh, no. Oh, no. E1 bombers. E1 bombers. Someone help. Okay, so we're going to back up here and we're going to settle for... Oh, overcharge point defense before it even gets finished. There we go. Blue is sending down some inties, which is super duper helpful indeed. And I hope for... Oh, there's an overcharge opportunity. And triple. Yeah. We're at 2,700 health. Need to make sure that my anti-air is on point. I am backing the hell up because 1,200 HP, that is not a good thing. We're going to keep flowing units out in front. Really need Jonas to get the hell out of the way. That is another gun comm. I do not want to be in range of that, so we're going to back up, back up, back up. And we are at 10 mass, so we need to get that. And then we're also going to go for a T2 upgrade, which is going to roll into a T3 upgrade. All of my T1 NGs, I need you to come back over there and assist that. For sure, for sure. I'm going to roll my commander back around here. If I can gain some veterancy, I've already got one, I will regen rather quickly indeed. So I just need to keep plugging on like I'm doing. Hey, Mista. You gotta stay out of the way, man. T1 bombers, a glorious, glorious thing, and that is a T2 Aeon factory. Oh, good lord, run away. Run away, run away. I do not want to be located in the vicinity of a Mercy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're going to build a couple of T1 anti-air. We're going to hide behind that T1 anti-air. I'm going to try to keep my comm safe. That's what we need to do. Hey, you. Go kill that. Go do that thing for us, will you? It would be super helpful. We're going relatively low assistance on that, which is good. I'm not feeling it, though. We need that first. Let's do those. And then come back to our assistance. So I've got the stealth, and I've got the gun. I'm going to go ahead and move south because it looks like our units are congregating down there. And I've got 6 mass extractors to my name, which is not a whole lot of eco, to be honest. I thought it was more than that. We're going to stop, and we're going to build 2 of those. Oh, yes! That was... Yeah, that was over here. Fantastic! Chief Jaguar actually killed his opponent. Good freaking dealio. That is all I wanted for Christmas this year. So we're going to get 2 T2 engineers, which are going to build us TMD so that we do not get all of our mechs tacked. A really tacky way to get your eco destroyed. We're going to do that, and then also those 2. I'm going to unpause you. You are next in line for the upgrade. We're going to build 2 far-flung TMD, which should be enough to drop cyber attacks coming overhead. And then also drop 2 more to the front and 1 right there. So between all of those, they should be able to eliminate any attack missiles that come at us. Oh, snap, it's a Janus. That is going to be utter napalm devastation going on right there. All the T1 NGs dead. That is a freaking door nail. What I like to see, man. What I like to see, and oh crap, there's a comm.
Commander under attack.
So, all my T1 units, you guys need to head out there. We got an overcharge for you, Mr. Hoplite. And that means that we're going to have a hard time hanging on right here. He's got the same combat upgrades I do and a pretty dang good suite of units. He's going to be able to kite me into oblivion with that. I need to get back and save my HP. It does look like George has quite a few Mantis on the south side as well, so this could be very, very problematic indeed. Chief Jaguar, oh, he's got T2 tanks already on their way across. Some Auroras, some Blazes, and even some Obsidians. That is a group of T1 bombers. Someone save me! Oh, that's not good at all. That's how you die, bro. You got a lot of stuff coming your way. Don't sacrifice your entire base. Do something to them. There you go. That's how it's done. Good freaking deal. Alright, Blower's having to move back. Mr. Falls is applying some fantastic pressure on the north side. Farms really, really worries me though. Jonas is also T1, and that is a gun comm with equal veterancy, actually greater veterancy than I have, as well as the stealth upgrade. So this is a bit of a problem. You guys assist there. Then I'm going to go for the T3 break. That's about all that I can do. Because if I can get to T3 and get a pack of loyalists up, he's not going to be able to do much against me. I don't think Jonas has any upgrades. So if he gets caught out, that is a major, major problem. Farms is just kiting everything to death out here. I'm just going to let him have it. I don't really want to contest this. We're going to grab some reclaim and move to the south where we can do it again. You, my friend, I want you to come out here, and you're going to build a radar up on the cliff so we can actually see what's going on when other things are being damaged. Our eco is coming along nicely, just about got that done. Just don't want to get too close is the only problem. Don't want to get too close. They're having to make their own response up here because there are now Mantis in the base. There's a T2 P-Gen going down. There's a whole lot of T2 Mass Extractors over there. And an ACU chasing them all with some pillars to clean up in the back. Even though that was not an entirely successful run by, it did take the pressure off down here, which is what we desperately needed at that particular moment in time. I am going to go ahead and assist here. You are going to work on your build queue, and you guys are done, so you're going to come back here and assist as well. Now the question is, do I want to try for a T3 Max, or do I want to just go with what I have? I think the answer to that is that I want to go with what I have. There's Ilshiva's out in the front. That is not a smart thing. You got a commander over there. He must not have the stealth that I thought he did, because he is showing up. Either that or he's power stalling. So he is showing up on radar. Maybe I was power stalling earlier and that was the entire problem. Or maybe he was outside of my radar's range. That could also be a thing. But I'm going to move up with a little bit more confidence and assume that he does not, in fact, have stealth on his ACU, and I will be able to kite him because, as you can see, the radar ring is smaller than the attack ring on a gun comm. So you can kite another ACU, not take any damage, and pound away on him with 200 DPS. I am going to snag every freaking one of these engineers because they all need to die. They do not need this reclaim. I'm going to grab all of our move orders from the factories and queue those to the front so that we get all of our units on demand. We got plenty of air waiting for us to protect us. This is the only thing that I'm really not thrilled about is that T2 air factory over there. But I think we can make do. So Farms is coming back down south, but he does not have any of his backing units. However, we do have a little bit of a point defense problem down here. Not cool, not cool, but hey, it's a Cerberus turret. It is not the strongest thing on the face of the earth. And I am actually going to be able to kill it rather easily. You need a Q there. Log his pathfinding for me. George is down. Where is George down? Right down there. Probably a bomber snipe. Good. Good. Vol. You do not deserve to live. Oh look, another Cerberus turret. Let's kill it. Boom, baby. And here comes Farms. Alright, so I'm going to retreat. And he is not going to be able to fire at me because vision radius problems. I am, however, going to be able to fire at him, which is an awesome, awesome thing indeed. Although he is almost up on the edge of my radar range. I'm going to kind of skirt to the side here. Yep, we're good. And overcharge. Good. Oh snap! I got to get to my anti-air. There is a Jester. And that is not a good thing. Way to go, teammate. Keeping my back there. So we're 11 mass ahead at the moment. I think we're going to go for a T2 power generator. And then we're going to stop you and go T2, T3, and Loyalists. Instead, where's my first Loyalist? He is in the back there. Coming up quick as he pleases. Right there. Let's go get a mass extractor. That sounds like a good time. Always all about that mass. Farms has got a pretty dang good setup for himself. It is not the best, but he is still a threat. Oh, crap. There went George. Oh, no. Achieved and... Oh, crap. Why you do this? It's not me this time. It is other people. And there he goes. Flowerzorn was orange. I don't know if that was a rage quit or if that was a very unfortunate coincidence. But one way or the other, he is out of here. There we go. Well, now all we got to do is clean up the mess and kill everything. We can end this game once and for all. I am hemorrhaging power. I think we're going to stop those 3 factories because I don't really need the T1 units anymore. Do I need to build flak? All of the air factories are gone except for that is a T2 air factory and is probably building Corsairs. So... as another probably, I probably do not want to be without anti-air. So we're going to queue a flak and then another Loyalist. Since I will probably be doing a fair bit of the combat with my commander. Here comes Loyalists. There are multiple gun comms, so that is a little bit worrying. He's going to be able to overcharge my stuff, but that will take his focus off of other things, and hopefully we'll get in and get a shot in sideways. Getting some reclaim or something is coming online. I think I'm going to go ahead and brave a couple of T2 point defense upgrades on the front line here. We're going to move in for the kill on some NGs. Overcharge there. And move on in. He's got 2 Cerberus turrets. But I don't think that that's going to be an issue. Oh, snap. There was the overcharge. Come on, into my loving, stunning embrace. Alright, overcharge for the win. Attack those point defense. And overcharge. Come on, come on. Overcharge, there we go. Oh, he is in range now. I'm going to back the hell up. That is a double gun comm, I think. But I've got a gun comm by my side. He is coming up to the front to help me out. Sorry for spazzing the shift button, guys. Overcharge the T1 point defense.
Commander under attack.
And it should be gone. Come on, get him. Get that. And we're good. I'm fine, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's my loyalist stun. Handy dandy trusty thing. He's got 15,000 health. We have 13,000 potential. But we are rocking about the same real amount. However, as I continue to overcharge this stuff, I will rack up some veterancy. He is as well on my T3, but he is going to run out of veterancy at some point. As will I, of course, but I think I'll be able to make things work. Land an overcharge, get a little damage in there. Only does 500 to the comms, but that is still damage after all. Overcharge the hoplite. Run away. There went my loyalist. Not particularly great. I think I want to group up some loyalists to be able to actually do some damage. Hoplites in the back are an annoying thing to deal with. We're going to build a radar up here, and then we are going to do that. Hello. I would like you to die now. Thank you. Oh, why does the overcharge hit the terrain and the regular shot does not? That seems very, very weird to me. Alright, there's 3 loyalists that can team up. We're going to be good. Move up, move up. What's everybody else doing? Ah, attacking around the back way. That's always a pleasant thing. Here's my flak. Gonna be able to stay safe with that. But there's the hill that I'm trying to fight over. And that's the bad thing. They're kind of keeping us at bay at the moment, where we're not really able to bridge the edge of the terrain, and it's really hampering our efforts to move. I need to kill all of this. Yes, I need to keep the factory between me and farms. That is also what I need to do. We're going to kill the build power, which is going to decrease the amount of tanks we got to deal with, because that is always a goal. You can get rid of tanks, do it. Even if they haven't been built yet. Now that we got all this set, we're going to go T2, T3, and Loyalist. We're going to queue all to a unified move order, and I'm going to get the hell out. Thank goodness for Loyalist stun. I walked too long on that one. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's only me and I walk alone. Loyalist, move out of the way. I don't want you to get overcharged. Do I want a T3 mechs? I think I actually do. Come on, come on. Pound them down. So they've successfully walled off the back end and we're not getting in there. We've also got all T2 mechs, and Farms has got a T3. He is successfully holding the front line. So I'm thinking that this is a bad place to be attacking. I am very nearly back up to full health, and we've got Loyalists from Farms on the outside edge. So my first instinct is to say, hey, maybe I should be building bricks instead. But then again, also, if I start building bricks, then we are going to have speed issues, I guess would be the most accurate term. So we're going to reclaim a little bit that we can. I'm actually going to back up because I'm starting to sense that there is a shift in flow in the air game. Ooh, Mista's got a pile of Loyalists out. Almost as many as I lost over the course of this game, but she's got, or he has got all of his together. Why did I think that was a feminine name? Not entirely sure. I kind of want to drop T2 now because it will help protect my commander better, but at the same time, I also know that oh, look at all those gestures. At the same time, I know that a gun comm is a fan-freaking-tastic thing to have. I need all my Loyalists back over here. We're just going to back up just a little bit. Back up just a little bit. Get out of range of that Cerberus.
Commander
I'll
under
let him have it for now. Really, dude? Really? You're gonna fly over 3 freaking flak to try and kill my ACU. Good job, Mista! And also a Chief Jaguar. Harbingers for the win. That is one less player that we have to deal with. Oh, look. Farms is way the hell exposed. Let's go see if we can do some damage. So I'm going to run all these guys in, separate so the overcharge doesn't come in. And I think, yep, I'm going to kill him. There is no way in hell that he can get out of all this damage. Oh no, he does have a whole lot of his own loyalists. Well, we might be in for a problem, but here comes more loyalists from Mista. We got it. 16, 14, 8, 4, and boom, baby. That is it for farms. Out of here. Gone. Toasty fried. Let's ram some loyalists up in here where the sun don't shine. Come on, guys. Move it. We're going to build some more T2 support factories so that in a moment those can be upgraded to T3 support factories. But I get the distinct feeling that it is not going to be long before Seacraft falls. That is a lot of Januses. Even though they don't do much damage to an individual target, that is a whole hell of a lot of Januses. And I think that George is going to be out of our next game, because he has apparently developed a very large pile of network problems. And he's back. There goes Seacraft, and the game desyncs instantaneously, signifying a traditional FAF victory. That is a lot of gray. That is an utterly horrifying amount of gray. Alright guys, GG. Let me reset a couple of things. You know the drill. And we'll be back in for another game.